Welcome to Campfire Stories.
Welcome back to the fire, friends. When we left him, Lucas Meyers was standing at the back rail of a ferry, watching Vancouver Island go small and grey, believing he was 9 minutes ahead of the man in the good coat. He was not. He had left a bus schedule on the table of his rented room with the eastbound line to Calgary circled in his own pencil, and the man in the good coat had it folded in his pocket. Tonight, Lucas goes back for the gold.
Oh, Marty, all week I have had that circled schedule sitting on my chest like a stone. He does not know he left it. He is out there feeling clever, and he handed them the map.
He did. And that is the cruelty of being 19 and alone in a thing this size. You cannot see your own mistakes, because there is no one to see them for you. Lucas rode that ferry to the mainland, and then he did the first genuinely smart thing he had done since he picked up that shovel back in August. He did not go straight to the gold. He got himself to Calgary. Yes, but he got off well short of the Cochrane turn-off, and he made himself wait.
Wait? That must have been agony. To be that close to it after everything and make yourself stop.
Pure agony and pure sense. He knew he could not just walk up to a gas station in daylight and start digging by a water tower with cars going by on the TransCanada. He needed dark, and he needed a way to carry it, and he needed to not look like a boy on the run. So he spent a little of that $30,000 carefully in cash, the way he had learned. He bought an old half-ton pickup off a farmer near Airdrie, $300 and no paperwork worth mentioning, the kind of truck nobody looks at twice in that country.
A farm truck. Oh, that is clever. That is exactly right. And nobody blinks at a young fellow in an old pickup out there.
Nobody at all. And then Carol. He did the thing that made the hair stand up on my arms when he told me. He drove into a hardware store in Cochrane, and he bought a shovel. A second shovel. He said standing at that till with a new shovel in his hand was the first moment the whole thing came all the way around on him. Because the last time he bought a shovel, he was burying it. This time he was digging it up. And he was not the same boy, and he knew it.
The same boy buying the same shovel for the opposite reason. Marty, that is the kind of thing that would stop a person's heart right there in the aisle. He is standing in his own footprints from 3 months ago, and he is a stranger to himself.
A stranger to himself. He drove out to the Cochrane turn-off in the last of the light, and Carol, his stomach was in his throat the whole way, because there was one question bigger than all the others. Was it still there? 3 months is a long time. A gas station gets a new owner. A water tower gets torn down. Somebody digs a trench for a pipe. Anything at all, and 49 bars of gold are gone, or worse, found. He came over the rise and he saw the tower standing there against the dusk exactly as he had left it, and he said he nearly wept just at the sight of it.
Still standing? Oh, thank goodness. But Marty, seeing it standing is not the same as knowing the gold is still under it. He still has to open that ground.
He still has to open the ground. He pulled the truck around behind the station out by the tower, the way he had that first night, and he sat, and he waited for the light to die and the highway to go quiet. And he watched the gas station close up. Watched the last attendant lock the door and drive off. And when the dark was full and the road had gone to nothing but the odd long-haul truck, Lucas took his new shovel and walked to the northeast corner of that water tower's base, and he paced it off. 5 feet. And he started to dig.
I can hardly breathe, Marty. Is it there? Please tell me that boy did not drive across a province and dig into an empty hole.
He dug for 20 minutes and found nothing but cold dirt and stones, and he told me that in those 20 minutes he died about 4 times. The fear got so big he could taste it. He thought, I have got the wrong corner. I have got the wrong distance. Somebody has been here. And then the shovel came down and it did not go into dirt. It went thunk, that flat, dead sound of steel on something solid, and he dropped to his knees in the hole and dug with his hands, and there it was. The first bar. Swiss marks catching the little bit of moonlight. And then the next and the next.
It is there. Oh, Marty, it is all there. He did it. He got back to it before they did.
All 49, Carol, right where he had left them. And for about 1 minute, kneeling in that hole with gold under his hands, Lucas Meyers was the happiest and the richest 19-year-old in the country. And then the second problem arrived, the one he had never once thought through, because a frightened boy burying treasure never thinks about the day he digs it up. He went to lift it, and he could not.
Could not. What do you mean he could not? It is right there in his hands.
Half a ton, Carol. 49 bars, 10 kilos each. 1,100 pounds of gold. A single bar he could carry, 2 was a struggle, and there were 49 of them in that hole. He had a duffel bag and 2 arms and an old farm truck, and it did not matter one bit how much it was worth, because he physically could not move it. He could load a handful into that duffel before his back gave out, and the rest would sit right there in the open hole he had just dug. The gold did not belong to him any more than it had that first night. It owned him. It had always owned him.
Oh, that is the trap all over again, isn't it? And worse this time. The whole way across the country, the answer was, get the gold. And now he has got the gold, and it turns out getting it was never the hard part. He cannot carry his own salvation. Marty, that is heartbreaking, and it is a little bit terrible and true, all at once.
It is the truest thing in the whole story. So there he was, on his knees in a hole behind a gas station at midnight, trying to think, load what you can, hide the rest, come back, when the thing happened that he had spent 3 provinces dreading. A pair of headlights swung off the TransCanada. Not going past. Turning in. Slow, deliberate, onto the gravel of that access road, sweeping across the base of the water tower, coming toward the back lot where a 19-year-old boy was kneeling in an open hole with 49 bars of another man's gold shining in the dark around him.
No. No, Marty, not now. Not when he is down in the hole. He cannot even run. He cannot hide it. It is all lying there in the open. Who is it? Is it him? Is it the man in the good coat?
Lucas froze in that hole like an animal in a beam, and the headlights kept coming, slow across the gravel, and behind them he could just make out the shape of the car. Not a farm truck. Not a highway cruiser. A clean, dark sedan, moving like it already knew exactly where it was going. And it rolled to a stop at the edge of the lot with its lights pointed straight into the hole, and for a long moment nothing happened at all, just the engine ticking and a boy on his knees in the gold. And then the driver's door opened.
You are not doing this to us, Marty Shepard. You cannot stop with that door opening. Is it the man in the good coat? And how did he get there at the very same hour? Did that circled schedule bring him right to the spot? Is it the police? Is it a stranger? Is it worse? And Lucas, down in that hole, no gun, no plan, no way to run, and no way to lift what he came for. What on earth does a 19-year-old do when the door opens and the gold is lying in the light for anyone to see? I do not know. I genuinely do not know, and I'm not sure I want to wait a whole week to find out.
The door opened, and who stepped out of it, and what that boy did in the next 60 seconds, is where we begin next time. Until then, friends, sleep warm, keep the fire between you and the dark, and remember, sometimes getting the thing you wanted is the exact moment the trouble truly starts. I'm Marty Shepard.
And I'm Carol, and my heart is still down in that hole with him. Hold your people close and please come back for part 5.